Hi guys, hi out there in Facebook world.
2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes.
Okie doke. Welcome to the Dish on Dogs. As you know, I'm your host, Mike Gould. Here's lovely Ashley Pizzo. We have Riley, a female, 3-year-old, 21-month-old, what the hell is she? What kind of dog is she? I don't know.
Mini Goldendoodle.
Mini Goldendoodle. We have her mom and dad here, Laura and Mike, are Riley's moms. And on the second, mom and dad. Oh, yeah. Hey, listen, it's 8 o'clock. I'm tired. I want to go home already. So, for those of you watching on Facebook, this is an example. So, Riley came in today for what we call a turbo training lesson. Mom, Laura, brought Riley in, and I videoed a few minutes of our session, kind of the before and after. And in the second segment, these guys will jump on, just say the behaviors at home, and Laura will give you her interpretation of what happened. And anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. But we have a lot of other things to talk about. So, so listen, stay with us during the commercials. Those of you on Facebook, you stay with us during the commercial, and you'll get to watch our 7-minute demonstration, and you'll see actually how well Riley has done since we met 4 hours ago, 6 hours ago. I don't know when it was. And we'll demonstrate the simplicity of dog behavior. The simplicity, how easy it is when you communicate to a dog like a dog and not a human. So Mom was a human communicator for sure. So she's loving, caring, but she was doing the alphabet with all kinds of things. I got a lot of good video. If she signs a release, it's going on Facebook. And we have a lot of good stuff, but she's got a good sense of humor, fortunately. She put up with me today, which isn't always easy. And as a result, Riley, look at this. Riley's like a little movie star here. She's not barking at anything. People are going by. By the way, the airport is a crazy place. This is distractions. There's PA systems, different floor surfaces, a goddamn Zamboni going by. So if she can deal with this, she can deal with anything. Actually, this is probably one of the most difficult environments for a dog, airport. So forgive me, I'm a little tired, but we're going to get through this. We're going to get through this just fine.
I've been through this.
Hmm?
Yeah. We're not on.
They're on Facebook. Live.
We chuckled.
What?
We chuckled into this area.
No, that's fine.
Can't tell you how many times.
Once we start.
Never
And
realized this.
Oh, this was in here, yeah.
they're playing a commercial now. You're fine.
I saw it. Just never clicked.
10 seconds.
It was a radio show.
Had this in my high school.
In 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Mike Gould. I'm the mayor, affectionately known as the mayor of Hounds, USA, home to the absolute happiest dogs on earth. We have a happy dog in the studio today. We're going to get everybody a chance to see. Hounds USA. We now have 17 locations. 17 locations in 7 states. We're adding Orlando. We're going to be opening 3 locations in Orlando and maybe Texas very soon. But anyway, for those of you listening or watching on Facebook, we love our Facebook people because they don't have a life, so they can sit there on. No, I'm only teasing. I'm only teasing. I had to get off Facebook because of stalkers, ex-wives that were, looking. It was a bad situation, so I can't be on Facebook, but I hear it's really a lot of fun. So anyway, Houndstown USA is home to the happiest dogs on earth because we allow dogs to interact in a pack environment. Dogs being pack animals, they come to Houndstown. We put them in groups based on their size and temperament, age, size, temperament, and they play all day long. And they don't get yelled at. They don't hear human language. They don't are asked to do things. They're never asked to sit. They're never asked to stay. They just have a nice experience. They hump, jump, and dump, and they can do that without being yelled at. They can't do that at home. So we have this fully interactive. We also do board and grooming. Frankly, we're all booked up. We have 7 locations on Long Island, and they're pretty much all booked up.
Yeah.
However, with that said, we did open just recently Houndstown Garden City, centrally located in Nassau County by the Roosevelt Field Mall, all the court buildings. So if you need a place to bring your dog, we literally just opened a couple of days ago. And Colleen and Ann there are doing a fantastic job. And if you tell them you heard about us on the radio, they'll definitely give you a free day of daycare, temperament
And
evaluation.
Hicksville.
And Hicksville also on South Oyster Bay Road just opened last week. So we're kind of done on Long Island. We're in Island Park, Port Jeff, Deer Park, Port Jeff, everywhere, all over the place. So, and it's a great environment. Since our inception, we've taken care of over 1 million dogs. So that's how we know. And I think if I'm right, Riley might be coming for daycare at some point, or boarding, as you came in there. All right, we'll talk about that in a little while. So I have Ashley Pizzo, I have Riley, a Mini Goldendoodle. So for those of you who listen regularly or watch, we try to bridge the gap of the human brain and the dog brain. That's what the dish on dogs is all about, is trying to explain the needs of a dog, the needs of a human. They're different. They're different. Dogs are simple. They're not complicated. They don't have complicated emotions. They just need to understand what you want from them. So dogs are not that, we watch Benji on television, we watch Rin Tin Tin, and we watch all these shows, and we think dogs are human, or like superheroes. They're not. They really have a relatively small brain. They are intelligent, obviously, and they're emotional, but they're not complicated emotions. And that's what we're going to demonstrate or talk about in a little while. So we just met Riley today, this afternoon, but let me go over a few things. I got to we have a new producer, Danielle, so we got rid of our last producer. We gave her a job as a co-host. But so now, let's see. Oh, so last week's show, we talked about Luna. Luna was an aggressive dog, bit a couple of people, including its owner. So there goes the term, the dog shouldn't bite the hand that feeds them. Well, Luna did. And we had a nice time. If you look at the video there, Luna joined us last week. She did great. Dad did great. What was his father's first name? Jonathan. Jonathan did a great job, so he might be listening tonight. And it's never a done deal. So here's a news alert. Dogs bite. Dogs bite. News alert. Dogs don't talk. News alert. Dogs bite. Okay, those are 2 things that I want everyone to know. As sweet as they may be, as sweet as our little girl Riley here, put in the right situation. Can you show everybody her canine teeth? Show her dental situation. So I can't.
White.
They're nice and white. I'm sure Laura brushes them. But anyway, so dogs are put on earth with canine teeth. Canine teeth are designed to rip and tear skin. That's how they eat. They rip and tear skin. So nature gave them that. They didn't give us that because we crush and grind food. So anyway, make a long story short, dogs don't have opposing thumbs. And we talk about this, and I know my friend Scott in Florida is probably listening. He's heard this 1,000 times. He might be falling asleep on me, so we're going to throw some good new stuff in here. But dogs don't have opposing thumbs. So my little granddaughter, who is 6 months old, has more ability to do things than a dog. She can start turning the pages of her book. I read her a book. She stakes it. Adeline takes the page, and she turns it. A dog can never really turn the page of a book. I mean, they could get lucky, I guess, because they don't have thumbs. And then as children grow, they start to stand erect. Dogs will never stand erect. So Adeline, not yet, but in 6 months from now, I'm hoping she's going to start crawling and then standing.
Who's Adeline?
Adeline's my beautiful granddaughter.
There you go.
I love
And
her.
Luna Bliss's parents are watching.
Luna's parents, all right. We still got 10 fingers over there at home? But no, and the point is, and what I did want to mention last night, Joe, we don't talk about training the dog. We respect Luna's personality, and we work around it. It doesn't mean Luna will never bite anybody. If she's put into the wrong situation, she's put in a situation where she feels threatened, she has one mechanism. One, she can't call an attorney, she can't call 911, she has her canine teeth, her fangs, and they're going to lock down on whoever reaches for her. If she's not taught certain boundaries. So when we talk about dog training, we talk about managing dogs, not training dogs. We manage them. We teach them not to sit and stay at the door. Don't go near the door. There's no business. A door is a very stressful place for the dog. You know, the other thing, I have a little note here today. Again, there was a tiger attack at the Kansas Zoo. What's so funny? There's not one time, I examine dog bites. This is what I kind of do. Investigate dog bites. I study dog bites. There's not one dog bite that I've ever examined that was the result of the dogs. It was never, ever the dog's fault. So I know that sounds weird, but it's never the dog's fault. Some human mismanaged the dog. They mismanaged the dog. So this poor woman that got attacked by a tiger in Kansas, something went wrong. I don't know what, but it wasn't the tiger's fault. It's a tiger. You talk about fangs. Their job is to just take and rip meat apart. And in this case, it was the zookeeper. But there was a mistake made. My point is, when I look at a dog bite, it's always the result of a human kind of not understanding and mismanaging. The producer's laughing over there. What are you laughing about over there? All right.
No.
Yeah. Is that Post Malone
Yeah.
texting in? All right.
Just texted me.
All right. What else do I want to say about that? So the zoo, we have. So we talked about Luna. We're going to take a break in 2 minutes, and then we're going to bring. We're going to formally introduce Riley, Laura, and Mike. What else? I wanted to give some shout-outs. Bergen County, if you have a dog and you live in Bergen County, New Jersey, beautiful facility there. We have a beautiful place. If you're a degenerate gambler, Atlantic City.
South Jersey.
South Jersey. The only thing is you pay, if you're going to Atlantic City, you pay before, when you drop the dog
It's
off.
like deposits.
Right, that's right, you gotta pay. But Atlantic City, our friends in Pittsburgh on Penn Avenue, if you're listening now, Joe and Cody down in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, is beautiful, beautiful situation. So we have a lot happening. And doggy daycare it's not a nice thing, it's a necessity for dogs to socialize properly. Dogs are dogs. It's analogous to bringing children to a park and playing. So it's not a luxury in order for a child to grow and socialize, they have to interact with other children at some point. It's a necessity. It's not plus it also has therapeutic benefits, of course. The dogs don't get overweight, they don't get arthritis.
And dogs like Luna flourish in doggy daycare. We've never had an issue with Luna.
Right. So that's the irony. So Luna, the Australian Shepherd, that has a nipping problem, let's say that, but to put it mildly, a nipping problem. She has no aggression towards any one of our staff members, any other dog. But we balance the energy, and that's what we're going to talk about in the next segment, about how we balance energy. We become the leader. We put psychological structure in the dog's life, not necessarily physical, psychological structure. We'll talk to Laura and Mike and explain why the dog is on the left side when we walk, why a dog shouldn't be jumping on you, why a dog shouldn't be in bed with you necessarily. If you invite the dog up, that's one thing. And if you tell her to get off, she gets off, that's one thing. But we'll talk about dogs crossing social boundaries. Because what happens is when a dog crosses social boundaries, the next possibility, not always, is they use their teeth to resolve conflict, right? So if they think that your food is their food, I've had, again, many times said it, see dogs guarding a cheese doodle under a couch, and he bites a child because you don't even know the cheese doodle's there. So anyway, this is going to be a good show. I like Laura. She put up with me today. Anybody that could put up with me for
It's
an
a
hour.
star.
I put up with her. That's the way I'd like to put it. We're going to take a break. 2 minutes, we're back. Then we're going to, for you lucky people on Facebook, you're going to see a live demonstration. See you in about 2 minutes, folks. Thank you.
That was great.
I
You
love
put up
that.
with-
I
That was
know.
enjoyable, I must say.
We're going to have
It's
some
been
fun.
wonderful.
Laura,
Oh.
listening to Uncle Joey Gould's son, Mike Gould. Laura M. Dorsa, family member of yours, it sounds like.
Laura.
Laura M. Dorsa says, listening to
All right, we only got a
Uncle,
minute between break.
Okay.
Uncle Joey Gould's son, Mike Gould.
That's my
30
father.
seconds, I'll go back on.
All right.
Are you good, honey?
She's talking to you. Who are you talking to?
So
The
these
dog?
are
Her,
all,
not
these are the
her.
people that all these are all the people that join in. You see them join
Yeah, I
in.
can see
Do you
them
see
and they're
them?
commenting.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
right.
He's been really good.
All right, and then when we talk, just get like a hand step away from here.
Oh,
You know,
yeah,
so you just get a little closer.
Yeah, you can pull
And
it.
5, 4,
A little bit.
3.
Better you sit up. Yeah, there you go. Pull it towards you a little. There you go.
Riley's gonna hear us talk.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the Dish on Dogs. We're getting a lot of lively comments on our Facebook page. We're having fun here. For those of you watching on Facebook, for those of you who are listening, we always have an animal guest, or we try to have an animal guest. Our guest today is Riley, a 21-month-old Goldendoodle, Mini Goldendoodle. And you can see a little close-up. We showed her very dangerous fangs, her canine teeth. And joining us in the studio is their human mom, the human part. It's Laura and her wonderful husband, Mike, are here. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you.
All right, speak right
Pleasure
up
to be
into
here.
that microphone.
Pleasure to be here.
That's good. You guys are a lot of fun. So I met Laura today, for full disclosure, about 6 hours ago. You came to our Ronkonkoma location for a training lesson. And what was that? Tell everybody why did you come? What are you looking to do? How did you even hear about Hounds now? Don't be shy. You don't blame your throat. Just talk. You talk. You didn't stop talking this afternoon. Come on, go ahead. You sound
my rough
beautiful.
voice.
All right.
That's
So
fine.
that's fine. So what happened? You came. How did you even hear about Hounds now?
Friend.
Okay. So then you came and you brought this lovely dog. What were you trying to accomplish? Tell
To
people.
basically follow commands and not jump and greet people with her anxiety-ridden issues, and just basically get off the couch that I was very bad at putting her up on the couch, having her in the bed, which she shouldn't be in the bed.
Well, what was
Little things.
right? So she had here's what it is. You are and again, I was focused on you because you were the only person there. But a typical customer will say, "My dog don't listen to me." So I say, "Well, what does that mean?" And you say, "When I say tell it to do something, it doesn't do it." So dogs don't understand human language. So they can't pick up a dictionary. If they don't know what a couch is, they don't know anything. So what did you think of the turbo training? So you came in with, it was very direct. I guess you'd say that, right?
It's fine. It was very direct. It taught me something about basics and not looking into the verbiage, shall I say,
Okay, you should say that. Go ahead.
of the couch, get down. It's basic commands. And you're right.
Right. But when it's done voiceless, we don't talk to dogs.
and voiceless.
Right.
That was the bigger thing.
So one thing I tell all my humans who talk to dogs, anybody who talks to a dog, I'm always waiting for the dog to talk back, and then I have $250,000 put away in an escrow account for the first talking dog. I've been doing this now.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. So, I know you did a lot of talking to it. Now, when Riley says, "Okay, Mom, I got it," I get off
I'm
the-
waiting.
I'm waiting too. I'm waiting, and
We'll be at your door.
right. Yeah, we'll have $250,000 because I haven't. So the truth of the matter is, in her turbo training or our methodology. So then you talked about some things you said you liked, some things you didn't like, and I made it clear that we're just following Mother Nature. It's not. I didn't make dogs. The dog's brain is not nearly as sophisticated as the human brain. So a human brain it's developed so fast, and it's a wonderful thing. It allows you to listen to music, write music, look at art. It makes you be able to sit here. So when I say to pull the microphone in front of your face, you figured that out. Riley, can you put the microphone in front of your face? Have Riley attention. So the point is, Riley, a dog, unfortunately, lives in a very distorted world, right? There's glass. There's none of this resembles nature. Our world is so far removed from nature. There's really very little dirt. I mean, there is obviously a lot of people have backyards, but right now we're at the airport. This is probably one of the most distracting and stressful places for a dog because there's a PA system, there's sliding glass doors. We're in a glass bubble right now. People are coming by and looking at her.
There's reflection.
There's
What do you think of
reflections.
reflection?
Dogs don't understand reflections. They don't even know shadows. They can sometimes see a shadow and think it's another dog. So they start barking literally at their own shadow. So dogs orient themselves to movement and sound. So we are completely opposite. Thus, we talk about the dish on dog is bridging this gap of what people's needs are. We talked today, Laura, about human emotion. And you wanted to know if she's going to love you, by setting boundaries, will she love you? Correct or not correct? Right.
Absolutely.
All right, but what did you take away? I try to break down the simplicity. What was that like for you?
She'll be fine.
Right.
'Cause
Well, I'd say she'll be
she
happy.
doesn't talk.
Right.
And
But-
I keep talking to her and she doesn't want to talk back. I
Right.
keep trying. Just
Right.
like I did my 21-year-old and
Right. Well,
it doesn't happen.
Right. Well, right. But you put structure. If you don't put structure in their life, a school puts structure. Sometimes if you're a pushover like me, I spoil my kids, actually. I don't put structure. I don't know. And it's actually, at the end of the day, it's not a good thing, right? Because
Absolutely.
I enable them, and then they go into the real world. So one of the problems is that. So when we look at dogs you only have one brain to look at them with, is your human brain. You don't know what it's like. Dogs don't even see that well. They live 12 inches, in her case, about 10 inches off the ground. She doesn't see that. They see in kind of black and white, blurry vision. So half the time, and then as I said before, or today in our lesson, when you not yell, but when you raise your voice or talk to a dog, it's like you raising your voice or talking to a deaf child. If they can't hear you, they can't process, so they just see your lips moving and they see your body language. So it's a very funny kind of thing. And once I coached you, I made it as simple as riding a bicycle. That's what I'd like to say. Once you get it, and during this commercial coming up in 3 minutes, we're going to have Ashley Pizzo take Riley out and kind of navigate around this airport. And then if that goes well, we're going to have Mike jump in on this, and he's going to navigate. Laura already spent an hour and a half of me harassing her over.
It's my turn now.
It's his turn.
I did well.
She did very well. And how do I know this? By the way, folks,
I get corrected now.
he got right. Exactly. So we're bilingual here. At Houndstown, we're bilingual, meaning we try to talk to the human brain in English, and then we talk to the dog brain. It's totally two different languages. It's literally a different language that doesn't involve complicated speech. Yes, we make sounds. I have this effect. Riley's falling asleep over here.
On the table.
On the table.
Her eyes are closed.
Right. So we're going to see how this works, and then I'm going to squeak my squeak. By the way, folks, what do you think this squeaky toy is? It's not a reindeer. It's not Santa Claus. It's the sound of a dying animal, a dying, distressed animal. What it wants to do? It wants to eviscerate the dying animal. Take its disembowel. How do you say that word? You take
Disembowel.
You were right.
Right. So here it is. So this isn't a reindeer. This is a dying, stressed out animal that she would like to finish off and take the squeak. You know how many people tell me, yeah, she takes the squeaker out because she killed it, because she knocked it off, she finished it off. What is a stick? A stick is a bone, a femur of another animal. So they get a stick and they chase a stick. They're chasing the bones of another animal. So all our lovely little pets are really murderers. They're predators. They're tiny little predators. Yeah.
Please.
But how's this? We're predators. How sick are we? We are predators, only we don't kill them. We go to Whole Foods. Somebody else kills my filet mignon for me.
It's a third party.
How's this?
Third party involved.
Right, third party murderers. So how about Kentucky Fried Chicken? Think about how sick that is. Think about eating a bird wings. We're eating ribs of a pig, and we're animals. We're predators.
Oh, Riley.
Oh, Riley. All right. So anyway.
Really, Mike.
Yeah, after the break, I think we're going to really talk about the difference between over-controlling your dog. And the funny thing is most people that over-control their dog are also letting them cross boundaries. It's very confusing.
Exactly. So what does over-controlling mean? I asked Laura today. She asked the dog to sit. And we tease a little bit, but what's the purpose of having a dog sit? And a lot of times people don't really have the answer to that. They think they're supposed to teach it to sit, when we really just wanted her not to run away. So over-controlling means you're telling the dog to sit, to stay, whatever, roll over, high five. These are things that are fun to the human, but not necessarily fun to the dog, right? So if you have a child and you tell them, stand at attention, sit down, sit up, don't do this, don't put your hands in your lap. That's over-controlling. We're taking a break. Stay with us on Facebook. We're going to do a little 7-minute break, and we're going to work with Riley outside and see if we can see how we did today in our turbo training with Laura, Mike, Riley. See you after the break for those of you who aren't on Facebook. All right, take her out there and do some
I actually
work.
watched her calm down.
Right.
It's funny, I did watch her calm down, the tongue went back in her mouth.
Okay, good. We'll talk about that after the break.
Thank you for using Office Long Island MacArthur Airport.
The Transportation Security Administration has limited the items that may be carried through the screening checkpoint. Please check with your air carrier for further information.
Come this way here. All right, so here we have our little friend Riley. Notice Riley's, look at how Riley's looking at Ashley. Now, the first thing you want to see is she's relaxed. And Riley's tail is up, her mouth is open, she's as happy as can be. Now she's going to make a right, and Riley's going to follow her. Ashley can go fast, the dog will go with her. She can go normal pace, the dog slows down. She comes here, she's going to slow down, and she's going to ask the dog to sit. She didn't even have to. She's standing up, she's not looking, talking, or touching. Now if you, what's that?
I'm done.
You're done with what?
I'm done. You want to adopt her?
Oh, wait. So now, so this is Riley. I have the before photos in my phone, which we'll see if I can convince Laura to show you. Now, if Ashley, just for the purposes of this demonstration, she's relaxed. She's going to step out with her left foot. The dog's going to come with her. She didn't say anything. Now she's going to make a right, and the dog's following her. Now she's going to make a left. She helped her a little, then she's going to come to a stop. She's going to ask her. Good. Then she's going to pivot out with her right foot. She dropped the leash. Now she's going back. We got a few more minutes here. And in the meantime, we're always watching energy. Energy is human beings, living creatures coming and going. And don't forget, we have, look, glass sliding doors. Go this way. What the hell do you think a dog thinks this is? Do you think it understands the concept of windows? There's no windows in the wild. She's doing fabulous here. This is movement. Now she's going to stop. She sees mom, so she has to get corrected. A little bit. A correction, by the way, is not overt. It's a tiny little touch. I'm going to squeak. She actually likes the squeaky toy more, take the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, Riley.
So here comes the ball. This is high pressure. There's doors, there's windows, there's reflection, there's mom and dad and Ashley. So Ashley's going to take the pressure off by stepping out with her left and going that way. And then when she's going to go, Ashley's going to go come into this tile area. Even a change of floor surfaces. My friend Scott Brezalier had a German Shepherd police dog. He did great on every floor surface except tile. He couldn't go to the Roosevelt Field Mall because a tile is different. This is not in the wild. You don't see Italian marble in the wild. Good, keep going. Pick up your leash. Go left. And then we're going to let Dad do this a little bit. Now, just give me a minute here. Come to a stop. And as we get closer, ask her to sit. Little correction. And I'm going to demonstrate the correction. We got 3 minutes. Drop the leash. Pick it up. I'm going to walk and then we're going to let Mike jump in on this. Hold that strap. I'm going to go this way. We got 3 minutes. Come with me, Mike, like we did. You're going to just get on my right side. We did a little practice. Keep getting on my right side. Look, this is about energy. Correct me. Go. Put that through your hand, drop your hand, relax. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving. You don't worry about anything. There you go. Good, that was perfect. He walked into her. That's how we train guide dogs, not to trip us. Keep moving, keep moving, keep moving. There's no, here, throw me that ball. You keep moving, Mike. And then we gotta get back on the ring. Then make a right, Mike. Come right towards me. Come on. Attaboy, good, good. Now I'm gonna throw the rabbit. This is a rabbit, it's not a ball. You're doing excellent. Then make a right towards me and right towards us. And then slow down. Just ask Riley to just ask. Ask. Just say sit.
Sit.
Snap.
Sit.
Relax your hand. More leash, yeah. And that's the end of it. I'm going to congratulate him. I'm coming up to say hello. Good work. I'm going to high five. And Riley sit right here. And I can do all kinds of stuff.
Sit.
Back in the studio, off we go. Good job. Let her. Well, actually, I'll take this one.
Yep. You got it.
Come on in, dear. Yes, excellent. What's happening on Facebook? Anything? Not really.
We got
Oh, see, here, you hold her for a minute. And then we're gonna just finish up this show, and talk about whatever you wanna talk about. Slide in a little bit. Not a girl. Good night. It's hot in here, right?
Mike.
No, I just I have to speak into it. I want to make sure it's
Yeah, close.
You're
this way.
I don't like the big
All right, 30 seconds.
All right.
This is what I call progress.
Well, we want to talk a little bit also about therapy dogs. So now this dog can be a therapy dog.
Yeah, I
There's
think
no-
that's
Which was,
the key thing.
Well, I'm not saying even
something
for
I
that was
thought
not for
about.
you, for other people.
Yeah.
But I thought about that
Of
because she
course.
kind of started out
I understand.
that
For
way
you.
with me.
Right, we'll talk about that.
You see the little kids that just want to pet her.
Right.
It's
In
calming.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back, everybody. You're listening to The Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Mike Gould. The Dish on Dogs, sponsored by Hounds USA, home to the absolute happiest dogs on earth. I'm joined here by Master Dog Trainer Ashley Pizzo.
Wow.
There's Master Dog Riley, a 21-month-old Mini Goldendoodle. A lot of different names put to that. We have Laura. I haven't asked Laura or Mike their nationalities yet. I did ask Laura, what's that? You're all mutts?
We're all mutts.
Mutations. I'm a mutt too. So what a mutt is a mutation, right? It's a genetic mutation. So all dogs, when you think about it, are genetic mutations. They mutated dogs from wolves. They started out as wolves, and so we're genetic. So I think the reason I'm saying that, because a dog brain is I got myself in trouble in one of the episodes. I said necropsy, which is a dog autopsy. But the point of the matter is a dog brain in a mini doodle, or whatever the hell Riley is. What is she? Go ahead, Mom. I don't want to insult her. Golden doodle.
Okay.
So I'm Irish,
Mini
German, whatever I've been told. But none of it matters as long as I speak English. So I don't ask any of my human students what they are. It's not relevant. What is relevant is they speak English. So people think pit bulls. A pit bull brain is no different than the Goldendoodle brain. There is no difference at all. You can't determine. Just like an Irish brain is no different than a Muslim brain. It's the same. A Chinese brain is a Chinese. There's nothing different. The question is, if I want to speak to somebody from China, I got to learn Chinese. Or I can talk, I can yell, I can scream, So this is the same. If you want to communicate to a dog, you have to learn what a dog's life is like. It's completely different than ours. And once you get that, and when you stop trying to bring them into our human world. Our human world is crazy. It's toxic. Cars. What are you doing over there, Laura? I see you peeking around. What's happening?
I'm watching what she's watching.
Well,
I'm gonna
I
see
can
it.
tell you, she's telling us she's watching that gentleman outside come.
Yeah, I'm waiting for him to come.
To see if she.
There you go.
Right. Now she's perfectly fine, right? So she shouldn't bark. I said that before in my lobby and on video.
Yeah.
She was.
Even when she first got here, she was barking a little bit.
Right, right. And then Mike corrected, but he didn't know how to correct. So when we talk about correction, by the way, a correction is it has to be physical. Dogs resolve conflict physically. They don't go to therapy, they don't read books. They resolve their conflict physically with their canine teeth. So when this dog was with her litter and her mother, her natural mother, mom would pick her up with her canine teeth and carry her around. That's how puppies get moved around. They get picked up by the neck with teeth, the canine teeth. And that's how they learn their lessons. That's how they learn not to leave the litter box. Now, obviously, as humans, we can't get down on our hands and knees and bite our dogs. That would be really kind of sick. So how we do that is we just attach a leash and a soft nylon collar. Can you get a close-up of that nylon collar thing? Take it off. It's nothing. But I can tell you what it isn't. It's nylon. It's not a pinch collar. It's not an electric collar. It's not a prong collar. And it's not a chain collar. Nor is it a flat collar, although she has a flat collar on, and she came in with a harness today. Everybody nowadays comes in with a harness. I'm assuming it's because vets tell people that you can. I don't know why they come in. But let me just talk about a harness. A harness is designed by humans to pull things. It was designed by humans for dogs to pull sleds in Alaska. Now, what happens now when we go to Petco and we get matching harness, matching leash, matching bed, these are all wonderful human things, and we should all be so all my pet owners are wonderful people. They love their dogs, but they love their dogs out of balance. They get them out of balance because a dog doesn't care about a Tempur-Pedic color-matching bed. They sleep in a den. They dig little holes in the ground, and that's where they sleep. So they don't need this. This is all a manifestation of the human brain projecting human needs onto a dog's needs. So back to the harness. A harness is designed to pull. It pulls things. Now humans become that thing, and you get pulled around, and then you correct. Oh yeah, there you go. So we correct. Right. Oh, very dangerous, very dangerous. So we have to teach her. So we have to correct her because dogs. This is a great analogy. Now everybody would say dogs are supposed to bite. So here we are. This is a perfect thing. Huh?
You said bite.
Bark or bite. Bark. So everybody tells me I'm crazy when I say a dog doesn't bite, but bark. Let's think of this. We are a pack of wolves right here. We're a pack of wild dogs, and we're in our den. And everybody can see in our den. Now, when the wolf comes by, and I have my little friend here, the subordinate member of the pack, barking, Riley is telling the wolf that we're in here. The wolf's going to come in here and kill us. Mom's rolling her eyes and shaking her head. We'll talk into that and tell me what you're shaking your head for.
No, you're right.
Oh, thank you.
I
All right,
agree.
as long as I'm
It was a
right.
good shake.
Oh, it was a good
shake.
shake. Right.
It was positive.
Thank you. So when we ask a dog, so that's good. Now that we're getting on the same page, let's extend this. Let's extrapolate this conversation. That's not the right word. But where a dog barking is a dog out of balance. Period. And then if we're going to ask a 21-month-old, 20-pound dog to be the guardian of our house, this dog doesn't want to fight anybody. It doesn't want to do anything. When dogs bite, 95% of the dog bites are out of fear. They feared something, whether it was a hand coming into their space. Now we're here in this little bubble. Take your little thing there. Look. Hi guys, so we have all these wonderful people, and our little friend Riley's having an out-of-body experience because we're literally in a fishbowl here. But we can't allow. What's that?
She wants to play.
She wants to
People,
play.
yeah.
But think of this. Let's say she wants to play with kids or chase a ball that's across the street. Then obviously we know that that's a problem. So she just can't play now. Laura and Mike can take Riley home and play for 3 hours tonight, whatever they want to do, but it has to be on their terms not the dog's terms.
That
we
is
got
our customers.
Who?
Oreo's parents.
Hi, Oreo's parents. Hi, Oreo's parents.
Is Oreo there?
Huh?
Is Oreo there?
Yeah,
She's
you want?
boarding right now.
She's at daycare. All right. Wow, this is so exciting.
So
great.
funny, that's great.
That's funny. We have our friend Oreo's.
Appropriate.
How appropriate.
Like,
So,
those kids look familiar.
all right, where was I? So we're sitting in this bubble where the dog sees reflections. As I said before, a dog doesn't even see that well to begin with. It has great night vision, but we're under the glare of
Yeah,
fluorescent
it's brighter
lights.
here than it is outside.
Right. And here comes a bunch of kids from Disney World. You're going to correct if they see Minnie Mouse. All right. So the point of the matter is we are literally in a bubble, and people are making eye contact with us. And when, as I said earlier, people are looking in, the dog feels threatened, it barks. And what happens when the dog barks? Everybody's disappearing. So a dog barks because it thinks it's controlling its environment. It is controlling its environment. So what you were saying earlier, Laura, with the dog looks out the window and barks at squirrels. Has the squirrel ever come in the house for lunch? Huh?
I hope not.
I hope not. Right. So what happens? Let me answer this question. Everything she barks at, squirrels, landscapers, mailmen, what happens when she barks? Talk into the microphone. What happens?
I tell her to be quiet.
Right. And that didn't work so well. But
No, it really didn't.
right. But my point, what I'm trying to, the answer is all these things disappear. The mailman goes away, the garbage truck goes away, the landscaper, the squirrel. So now this gives our friend Riley here this sense of entitlement that she is like the cowardly lion. She can bark at something and it disappears. That's an amazing power. Right? People are coming by. She thinks, the point is she thinks she created that. Her barking created the changes in the environment. When she was in our lobby, she was barking her head off. And then she adjusted. There goes a little girl. So this is wonderful. This is a wonderful example of how dogs should. We're literally looking out a huge window here. And there are people coming off planes from Disney World or wherever the hell they're coming from. Yeah, take a picture of them. Maybe somebody's wanted for, there's a serial killer there or something. Who knows, a catch for a nice reward. I'm looking at a nice reward.
It's a good test for Riley.
Yeah, it's a good test.
No, that was very good.
Yeah, so this is all good. So we got 43 seconds. We're going to take a break. We're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll talk a little bit more about Riley. I want to talk about our friend Bruno. And we'll talk a little bit more about Riley. And join us after the break. You're listening to The Dish on Dogs, Houndstown Radio, live every Monday night at 8 p.m., except when we're with the
Chloe
stupid hockey
Spencer's
game.
mom.
Oh my God, we got all our customers. Chloe Spencer,
Everybody
oh,
went away. Like that.
everybody went away.
Did you have any idea that you had this many customers?
No, I know we have a lot of customers. All right, guys on Facebook, stay with us. And we'll join you we'll be back in 2 minutes. Houndstown Radio. That's funny.
That's
Is this an hour show?
It is an hour. But
So
go
I
ahead.
have a question.
Yes,
Are we still on Facebook? 'Cause-
Facebook, we're
we're on
yeah.
Facebook. What's the question?
Well, my question is, we've noticed when she watches the LED screen TV, when she sees dogs or animals, any animal
Right.
actually, she reacts.
Right,
And she'll bark.
right.
And she'll
Oh, yeah.
bark, she'll go
But these are
crazy.
But you made,
But
you made a really good point, because actually what happens is
Fine.
when she sees the dogs on TV, and then the dog kind of disappears from the
Right.
TV, she thinks it goes outside, and she runs
Right.
for the door to
Right.
think like the
But
dog's
let's
outside.
talk about that after the break. That's what the show's about, not
But
during the
that was
break.
the point.
No, I understand.
Michael came up with that one night because we're like, Riley, the dog is on
Right.
TV.
And the truth of the
Stop.
matter is, most dogs don't see that well, the depth perception. So they see things moving. Maybe they hear a dog on TV. So they can't really see. They can't see colors. They
Right,
don't
right.
see.
We know that.
So they see like kind of like this. They're very.
I think they recognize the movement.
They see
Well,
Because
movement.
the 4 leg, you know.
But again, I'm sorry, I've read things, and
Right.
we've read that the higher the definition of the television, that's making it easier for dogs to actually see things a little differently.
Maybe. But the
Then
point is,
what?
she shouldn't be barking at anything. That's the bottom line
Yeah,
takeaway.
I agree.
Now the leash is on. Well, agree again. Every time you agree with me,
All right, 30 seconds.
you're agreeing with Mother Nature. Anytime you say I
Agree.
agree,
So when she barks,
You
is she
correct
sitting
her.
on her bed?
you correct?
So this is the point of keeping the leash on her at
Absolutely.
all
You
times, so that
correct.
even when she's watching TV, if she starts to bark, it is correct.
Right, exactly. She barks at the door, somebody knocks. Perfect. Perfect. Good work back there.
We got a shout out to Kay,
Who's Kay?
Danielle's best friend.
Former
who used to work with us,
Oh,
former
do I
employee
know
of-
her?
It's Bob.
Can you get by?
Sure.
Thank you.
She gets paid a lot of money. She gets paid in dog biscuits.
I can talk to it.
Oh, good for you.
Fringe benefits of the job.
All right, folks, welcome back to the Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Mike Gould. We're having a really good time today. We got some fun people, fun dog. The problem was they're asking me dog questions on the break. So the purpose of the show was to discuss this on the regular. Right. So they were talking about, it kind of segued into what I was talking about before the break. Before the break, we were talking about dogs barking. And they are thinking they're causing what's happening in their environment by barking. So Laura and Mike were saying when a dog watches TV, it barks at the TV. Eventually, whatever a dog is barking at some point disappears, right? Dogs don't jump out of the TV set. So anything that, as Ashley said, movement, dogs they survive. They survive by the subtlest movement. So even though they don't have great depth perception, and they don't have chromatic vision. They don't see deep colors. They see, like, if you ever watch night vision, you see people in night vision, and they have tremendous night vision. They only need a little bit of ambient light, and they see a lot. That's why they're not falling downstairs. They can run up and down your stairs at home in the middle of the night. They're not bumping into walls. So they have this incredible... So when I talk about dogs, in a sense, like I guess I'm not talking about, like, they're incredibly intelligent, and they can do remarkable things. We train police dogs to apprehend criminals, to find drugs, to find bombs, but they're not really finding bombs, and they're not really apprehending criminals. They wouldn't go to work if they thought they were searching for bombs every day. Who the hell would go to work? So they're just, thank you. They're just playing. It's a game for them. So we're tapping into their prey drive. Dogs have prey drive. They chase a ball. This ball, for those of you on Facebook, is not a ball. To the dog, it's a rabbit. It's prey. It's running away. That's why they want to get it. As I said, the squeaky toy is a dying animal. So everything is primitive to a dog, and we tap into their natural instincts. They do the remarkable things. But the concept of allowing a dog to pull a human and bark incessantly puts the pack at risk. That's, again, whether people agree with me, disagree, take it up with Mother Nature. If you don't believe that fish belong in water, take it up with Mother Nature. If you take your fish out of water to watch Dr. Phil in the afternoon and put him on the couch with you,
You're not going to have a fish.
You're not going to have a fish, right? So fish needs to be in water. All right. What else were we?
Our main topic was
Well, what was it?
over-controlling your dog.
Right, over-controlling. Right. So over-controlling the dog. Here's how you over-control your dog. Here is our beautiful girl Riley. She has been here with us for an hour now. She's gotten plenty of love. But we didn't ask her really to do anything. We never said outside, walk on our left side, don't pull on the leash, don't bark. We never said one. We made some sounds, as Laura pointed out to me earlier. We make sounds, and dogs react to the sound. So through consistency and structure, over-controlling means don't project human things onto a dog. This is a pet peeve of mine, no pun intended. But therapy dogs are as afraid of this airport as humans are. So if you have a fear of flying, don't project that fear on a poor 20-pound dog. If I can't walk, I'm not going to take Riley here and fall down, expect her to support my big, fat, 220-pound body. So what I'm saying is, Riley, this is Riley in her purest form. She's this beautiful, amazing animal that can enjoy to be such a tremendous family member. If we leave her alone to be a dog, don't try to make her human. Leave her be a dog. Leave birds fly, fish swim. Dogs are social pack animals that just want to insert themselves in the pack. They have to insert themselves in the pack. And they have to be the subordinate member of the pack. They can't be in charge. This is about as simple as it gets. So when we talk about over-controlling, we're not telling her to sit, stay, shut up, be good. Ashley is very soothingly, lovingly petting her. And the dog is fine. I got food here, but I'm not giving it to her. So, what's that?
She was drinking the coffee, and I noticed
All
that
right,
Riley
well,
wasn't.
she'll be up all night like me. Now we're going to go
Well, she didn't
smoke a
really want
cigar.
it.
So we have $1 million question.
Go ahead, $1 million question. Do you have
How
$1
do we
million?
stop her from wanting to come on the bed and not feel guilty about it?
Okay. That you have to, again, that's a great
It's a
question.
therapist, I think.
Right, yeah, no.
right?
Yeah,
That's
right.
human therapist.
Right, human
Okay.
therapist.
I think it's
But
harder on
here it
us
is, here it
now.
is. But here it is. So guilt is one of the biggest inhibitors. I've seen every one of my clients, every one. I feel bad about this because we use crates like denning animals, dogs den. So we use crates, and when I say the word crate, people cringe. They cringe when I say the word as though it's a cage. First of all, dogs see through the crate. They see through it, so they don't see the bars. That's what their vision isn't that great. So once you do it correctly, a dog dens. They're denning animals. So everybody I go to the house, they all have crates, but it's in the garage. They stopped using it when the dog became housebroken, and they did it with just for timeouts, which is ridiculous, or when they're going to bed, only at the most. So we use crates in a way that dogs love it. What was my point? I was trying to make $1 million question. Oh, so this guilt. Mike says we feel guilty. Everyone feels guilty. I feel guilty about my kids. I feel guilty about this. I feel guilty about that. But that inhibits your own personal growth, and it sure the hell inhibits the growth of the dog. So the point is, if you feel horrible, let's see if you feel as bad. Tonight, if you feel so damn bad about it, you sleep with her in her bed. Okay? That's not happening. That's not right. Exactly. You don't feel that good. All right, but if you feel
Or
guilty,
you
That
sit
guilt
on
will
the
disappear
couch next
magically.
to the crate. There you go.
when we interact with our dogs, we just get down on the ground with them. We enter their world. We don't invite them up to our world because it's confusing. And when your dogs are on the couch, then on Sunday, on Easter, you're going to scream at them to get off the couch, and there's all this toxic energy. And quite frankly, your guests that come over, they're going to say she's cute, but they don't really want her on their lap jumping on you. So
True.
right. So it
Unless
doesn't.
they invite them.
Unless they invite them, but you're not there yet. So what you want to do is just set a boundary. Look at how perfect she is here.
Yeah.
She has been nothing. We've been doing everything we can to try to get her off balance. That was the word we talk about, balance. We don't want the dog, and we don't want the dog with its tail between its legs shaking. So if you see, you don't need to be an animal behaviorist to look at a dog, and I use these dogs in the airports. I've yet to see a very happy therapy dog coming through these airports. The dog's tail's not wagging. They're getting pulled around by people. And to me, if you're an animal rights advocate, here's what I'm actually frankly surprised about. If you're an animal rights advocate, PETA and all these people advocate against puppy mills or whatever they do, why aren't they advocating against the use of these people that take dogs in little bags on a plane? There's something wrong with it in my view. It's not what a dog's life should be. It shouldn't be that way. Because a dog is you don't think a dog stuffed under the chair of Southwest Southwest Airlines is stuck under the chair? Is that a good experience for a dog? Or getting yanked around handed through security at airports? It's not. You look, the next time you guys are at it, people listening, next time you're at an airport, show me a happy, tail wagging dog. You won't. You'll see oppressed, suppressed, over-controlled dogs. That's the point. Over-control. Yeah, you can make them do these things. You can make them tolerate the carousel here. You can make them do these things. But you're really suppressing their natural instinct. So in police work, we tap into their natural instincts. Everything we do with police dogs and service dogs is allow them to be dogs. Everything is tapping into their prey drive, opposed to suppressing their prey drive and taking the fun out of life for them. So police dogs live a dog's life. They run, they chase people, chase things, sniff things, hunt things. So they're living the Viva Loca. That's the difference between certain use of dogs in our society and suppressing their natural instincts. So if you see a lot of service dogs, they're actually breeding the spirit out of them. In my view, people can come on, you can Facebook me if you think I'm crazy. Come on, let's talk about it. I think we're breeding the spirit out of dogs. And it's sad for me to see dogs that are, there's other ways you can drink heavily and get on an airplane. That's what I do. If you're afraid of flying, have a couple of shots of scotch. That'll work just as well. Well, look at this beautiful dog. Listen, you are listening to The Dish on Dog, Houndstown Radio. I'm with these wonderful people. We're going to keep them in our loop. They're part of our Houndstown family. We just met today. I have video of Riley, if you'll let me share that. I don't know if Laura Laura's a little camera shy.
She'll let
The
you
before and after. I'm just doing it. Anyway, so I'll worry about the lawsuits. I'll worry about the lawsuit
I was on
later.
that liability
Right,
release.
yeah, she didn't even know she signed that. Yeah, actually, I think you did.
I
think you
And I
did.
didn't see.
Listen to us next week, as long as we're not preempted by that mammalian game of hockey where humans chase little pucks of
We'll try to have
rabbits.
Laura on.
Next week, Laura. That's a mammalian game. Bye.
All right, let's get that.